Getting started growing your own fresh, organic fruits and vegetables can be costly, but it needn't be. After all, the best things in life are free, right? So here are some fabulously frugal tips to help you travel on the path towards self-sufficiency.
The first thing to consider is where to grow and what to grow in. Of course, the cheapest solution is to start right here, in the soil. No special kits needed. If you'd prefer to grow in raised beds, the wood used to make them can get pricey, but there are wallet-friendly alternatives.
This bed, for example, was made using old offcuts of lumber screwed together at the ends. Save wood from other projects, or look on sites such as Gumtree, Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace for wood going free or for mere pennies. Now, these beds are nothing more than old pallet collars. They cost $10 delivered to the door, and because they have these hinged corners, setting them up involved nothing more than digging out the ground to get the sides level, then plonking the frame into place. So simple, and yet they've instantly transformed what was a boring patch of lawn into a productive haven. If you'd like to try this for yourself, just check that the pallet collars have been heat treated and not chemically treated.
If you don't have the ground space to spare, there are plenty of cash-light container options. Anything capable of holding potting mix can be pressed into service. Reuse old household items, or perhaps repurpose defunct junk into eye-catching displays brimming with produce such as herbs. Your containers must allow excess moisture to escape, so drill holes, cut slits, whatever's necessary to let water drain out from the bottom. Filling raised beds and containers can get pricey, but remember, you needn't fill the entire volume with premium potting mix. Composted manure is a fantastic and often free resource if you're willing to go and collect it. Ask around or check local adverts and websites for potential sources. And check there's no risk of weed killer contamination arising from the pasture the animals fed on. I began filling my raised beds with little more than prunings, old leaves and kitchen scraps. Any organic matter to get the beds part filled. You can do exactly the same with larger pots, stuffing in dead plant matter and any other compostable ingredients, so bought-in bags of potting mix go further. Raised beds need quite a bit of material to get them filled, but with a head start of chunky organic matter, this single bulk bag of compost in the end stretched to fill 5 of my pallet collar raised beds.
Thanks for watching this far. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. Let's press on, shall we? Okay, so your growing areas are prepped. Next up are the seeds you'll need to grow your crops.
Seed collections often work out considerably cheaper than buying individual packets. Seed exchanges or swaps are a great place to seek out seeds for very little, but for completely free seeds, check out store-bought fruits such as tomatoes, peppers and melons. Fruits like these, full of colour and aroma, are physiologically mature, which means the seeds inside them should successfully germinate. Simply pick them out, dry them off and sow. Get more from your new vegetable garden by choosing crops that are both high yielding and easy to grow. Leafy veggies like kale and chard tick the box, as do beans, salads and squashes. Herbs command a princely sum in the stores, yet they take up minimal space, so growing them's a no-brainer. Select the easy to grow option in our garden planner for plenty more suggestions. The garden planner can also help you plan succession crops to follow on from earlier crops, so you can keep growing for as much of the year as possible and tame your grocery bill. Just double-click each crop to specify its in-ground dates. Then view your plan in a particular month to see where and when gaps appear. Alerted to opportunities for further harvests, you can now select and drop into place crops suitable for sowing or planting in that month, or if it's later in the season, Browse the options for autumn planting. Finally, don't forget to include a few flowers into the mix. They'll not only attract pollinating insects, but also pest predators such as hoverflies, saving you money on harmful sprays and the frustration of failed harvests. Mixing up plants will also help confuse pests.
No plant material, and I do mean none at all, should ever leave your garden. It's all good stuff.
Old crops, annual weeds, leaves, prunings, compost it all to produce beautifully rich, crumbly organic matter to feed your plants and boost your growth. Make your own compost bin from pallets. Buy in a cheap plastic barrel or just stack up material in an out-of-the-way corner. It doesn't matter how you do it, so long as you get started.
Woodier prunings can be shredded into chippings like these, which are perfect for lining paths. This keeps them clean and prevents them from churning up into a muddy mire the moment it rains.
Straw is also great for strewing on paths or pulling apart to feed the compost heap. It's a great mulch too, conserving valuable soil moisture during the heat of summer.
I source my straw bales from a local organic farmer for next to nothing. This one has successfully grown a crop of tomatoes and is now being broken apart for use elsewhere in the garden. Not bad for what was a very modest initial investment. There are of course lots of ways you can save money in the garden, including what you use to support plants, how you start them off and feed them, and how you protect crops from cold and pests. Check out our other videos for plenty more ideas for growing great food at a tiny price.